So far we have discussed about vectors, their addition, subtraction and multiplication was going on. One multiplication I have explained you, that is your dot product or scalar product. For that I can give you the example. Examples of scalar product. Work done. We have seen that work done is the here you can see F is the force which is vector and D is the displacement which is vector. These both are vectors, but their product is work done which is scalar. So because of two vectors on multiplication, if in result is giving you the scalar quantity, then such type of product is called scalar or dot product, because it is also represented by dot. Yesterday I explained you. So it need only magnitude. There is no need of direction. Now it comes vector product. What is vector product? As you have maybe understand that when two vectors multiply, if result is also a vector. Suppose A and B are two vectors and they are having some angle theta between them. If you rotate A towards B, अगर आप ये दो वेक्टर है और इसको इसकी तरफ रोटेट करवाओगे, सो ये ऊपर की तरफ आएगा. Have you seen the screwdriver? When we rotate the screwdriver, screw comes up. When we rotate the screwdriver like this, screw goes down. That is the direction in which screw is going is the product of this. Means the cross product always, the resultant of these two vectors cross product is always perpendicular to them, either upward or downwards. या तो ऊपर की तरफ होगा या नीचे की तरफ होगा, और it is represented by cross. Cross means multiplication. Now this n k. So where we will get this? A is this, B is this. Where is this? ये किधर है? It will be perpendicular. This is the A cross B, which is perpendicular to this as well as this. This is perpendicular to both. Let me give it. Of course, yes. If these two are the vectors in a plane, these two are vectors in a same plane. If their product is perpendicular to them, so it is perpendicular to this also. How much angle is there? 90. How much angle is there? 90. So this is. What is n cap? We have already discussed that n cap is a unit vector, and unit vectors only are used to show the direction. Means when we will multiply A with B, this is the magnitude. But it is the cross product, vector product. So magnitude and direction. So in this product, we are getting both. Magnitude is this and direction is this. So this is the end here. Hope you understand. Okay. So there are many examples will come to our way where we will be coming to know that the cross product of two vectors is the third vector. Means if the product of two vectors is a vector, if product of two vectors is also a vector, then it is vector product. If product of two vectors is a scalar, then it is scalar product. Hope you understand. Now, from here we can understand many things. That simply if I say that suppose two vectors in different situations, if two vectors are perpendicular, and if I am finding the dot product, what will be the value? If two vectors are perpendicular and I am finding the scalar product, what will be the value of scalar product and what will be the value of vector product? If two vectors are 90 degree, cos 90 is 0. So in dot product we know there is cos. So that if two vectors are perpendicular, their dot product will become 0 and cross product will become maximum. Why maximum? Because here is coming theta, sin theta. Sin 90 is maximum, that is plus 1. In that case, the cross product will be maximum. Hope you understand. This is, if you only want, this is full cross product, this is a full definition. If you want only magnitude of cross product, you have to write like this. If you are writing this, you have to mention this much only, that is your AB sin theta. Because you are asking only magnitude. In vector product, if you are asking only magnitude, you will have to write this much. Then no need of writing n cap. If you are writing AB sin theta, means magnitude along with the n cap, means you are writing full cross product. Full. Hope you understand what I am saying. Full cross product. Clear? So in two vectors, special cases we can say. If two vectors at 90 degree, their dot product will become 0 and cross product will become maximum. Which is maximum. What can be another special case? Two vectors are parallel to each other. Perpendicular, parallel. If two vectors are parallel, what will be the angle between them? No angle. Angle between them will be 0. We know that cos 0 is always 1. This time, dot product of A and B will become AB, which is maximum. and cross product will become 0 and its magnitude will also become 0. Why this is? Because the angle plays important role. Where if we are studying the vectors, angle plays very important role. If you are talking about unit vectors, or any other case, suppose one more case we can discuss, opposite vectors. इसका ये पहला केस, this is second case, this is third case. If one vector is here and one vector is here, the angle is 180 degree. Now you have to know that what is cos 180. Cos 180 is always minus 1. Sin 180 is always 0. Again you can understand that because sin 180 is going to be, this time the angle between two vectors is 180. Scalar product will become 0 because angle is 0, and dot product will become minus 1. Understand, you can see, because this will lead you to study the physics in future. आपको भविष्य में फिजिक्स पढ़ने में ये बहुत मदद करेगा, सबसे ज़्यादा न्यूमेरिकल सोल्व करने में मदद करेगा. इट विल हेल्प यू लॉट टू सॉल्व द न्यूमेरिकल्स. सो यू जस्ट गो इन, इसके साथ अच्छे से समझ लो. We just go through this all. Now I am going to discuss with you unit vectors for x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Guys, you know, this is x axis, this is y axis, this is z axis. Three axes at a time means you are in a plane. We have assigned, we have fixed that unit vectors means directions. Directions for x axis is denoted by I cap. If you are moving in opposite direction of x axis, the unit vector will be minus I cap. If you are in upward, this is plus j cap. If you are downwards, this is minus j cap. If you are up there from the ground, this is plus z cap. If you are down there from the ground, it is minus z cap. It can be taken plus z cap, it can be taken minus z cap. So you say guys that this I cap, j cap and k cap are unit vectors of x axis, y axis and z axis. Now how can you understand it? How it is useful for us? For example, suppose you are standing on x axis and this is 10 meter from origin. Now, how can I write your position? That you are, because if I say you are standing 10 meter from origin, if I say 10 meter from origin, so means I cannot trace you. You may be here, 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 here. You can be anywhere. There are 360 directions. 360 directions in which you can stand. But when I say that, if I write your position x, 10 I cap, then someone who understand the physics, जिसको फिजिक्स आता है वो समझ जाएगा कि ये बंदा ओरिजिन से x एक्सिस पे, ये बंदा x एक्सिस पे ओरिजिन से प्लस 10 मीटर राइट हैंड साइड की तरफ खड़ा हुआ है, मीन्स इट्स योर पोजीशन. अगर मैं इसको नेगेटिव कर दूं तो इसका मतलब है कि ये बंदा ओरिजिन से 10 मीटर लेफ्ट साइड में खड़ा हुआ है. अगर मैं इसको जे कैप कर दूं तो हम बोलेंगे कि ये बंदा यहाँ कहीं खड़ा हो, ओरिजिन से y एक्सिस में खड़ा हो. माइनस जे कैप तो ये तो, नाउ यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ I कैप, J कैप एंड K कैप. I cap is the identity of positive x axis, minus I cap is the identity of negative x axis, plus J cap is the identity of y axis and minus J cap is the identity of minus y axis. Z cap is the identity of, K, I'm sorry, it is made mistake. It is K cap guys, K, I J cap, okay. K cap is the identity of Z axis and minus K cap is the identity of negative Z axis. Hope you understand what I am saying. This all you have to remember, and now we are moving ahead. Now we are going to find the resultant. Resultant of two vectors. Yesterday we saw I was told you that only parallelogram law which will help you to find the result. Suppose this is a parallelogram and one of vector is represented by this side, another vector is represented by this side. But when we comes into the geometry, we can say that angle between them. Yesterday we saw that the resultant will be somewhere else from here. This is the resultant of these two vectors, that is R. So resultant yesterday we saw that it is equals to A plus B. But this is useless. Means we understand that this is resultant, but how much its value? Suppose it is 10 meter, it is 20 meter. So how much is this? We cannot find. आप ऐसा बोलोगे 10 plus 20 30 नहीं. This is actually not possible in vectors. That's why we are studying the vectors. If I say this is 10 meter, this is 20 meter, then sorry, you cannot add them, because as you will look at this A plus B, you will write first vector plus second. No. This is not the way. Then what to do? Then we have to find the resultant. For that, we need some mathematical ideas. On the basis of that, we will be doing. This is a parallelogram. This vector is a magnitude. This is the magnitude of vector B. If I draw an altitude, and if I extend it up to this, this will become your B sin theta. This will become your B cos theta. These are not the components of B. It's okay that we have not so far understand, but next to it I am going to do the same. Now draw this, join this. This is the resultant of A and B, and now this time it is representing the B. So can you see the right angle triangle here? Suppose this angle is alpha. This is a right angle triangle, and you can apply the Pythagoras. When you apply the Pythagoras theorem, you will find hypotenuse square equals to base square plus perpendicular square. Hypotenuse is R, base is your A plus B cos theta, perpendicular is your B sin theta. If you open it with applying A plus B whole square, you see we can take common B from here. Inside the bracket it will be cos square theta plus sin square theta, that is always equals to 1. So we can write here Now, the resultant itself is a vector. I repeat, ये जो वेक्टर है, ये जो रिजल्टेंट है, ये एक वेक्टर है। वेक्टर को दो चीज़ की जरूरत पड़ती है, उसका मैग्नीट्यूड, उसका डायरेक्शन। मैग्नीट्यूड आपको मिलेगा ये। अब आप जब तक फॉर्मूला, जब तक आप न्यूमेरिकल सोल्व करोगे, जब भी दो वेक्टर्स का रिजल्टेंट निकालना हो जिनके बीच का एंगल थीटा हो, तो आपको ये फॉर्मूला याद रखना है और इस फॉर्मूले के बेसिस पे आप जो है रिजल्टेंट निकालोगे। लेकिन वेक्टर, क्योंकि ये एक वेक्टर था, ये भी एक वेक्टर था, हमने यहाँ पे बताया था, उसको वापस हम इसको बना सकते हैं। वो सिर्फ आपको समझाने के लिए मैंने मिटाया था, मैंने आपको समझाने के लिए मिटाया था वो, ठीक है। तो ये जो वेक्टर है, जो कि इसका और इसका रिजल्टेंट है, इन दोनों का रिजल्टेंट है, इसका मैग्नीट्यूड तो ये आ गया। अब इसका डायरेक्शन के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, डायरेक्शन का मतलब होता है कि ये जो है अल्फा कितना है, तो यहाँ पे अल्फा के लिए हम क्या करेंगे, tan अल्फा का फॉर्मूला लगाएंगे। tan अल्फा क्या होता है, परपेंडिकुलर अपॉन बेस। बेस में क्या हो जाएगा, ए का मैग्नीट्यूड प्लस ये जो है हमारा, ये हमारा बेस है, ये हमारा परपेंडिकुलर है, तो ये हमारा बेस हो जाएगा, ये हमारा परपेंडिकुलर, और ये क्या होता है, परपेंडिकुलर अपॉन बेस। तो परपेंडिकुलर क्या हो गया, बी साइन थीटा, बेस क्या हो गया, ए प्लस बी कोस थीटा। तो ये हमारा डायरेक्शन है। अगर आपको अल्फा चाहिए तो ये हो जाएगा अल्फा इक्वल्स टू tan इनवर्स। तो यहाँ से आपको डायरेक्शन मिल जाए, दिस अल्फा इज योर डायरेक्शन। सो अभी तक हम अब वेक्टर्स को पूरी तरह से हो चुका है। वेक्टर्स आर नाउ वी हैव स्टडी, ओनली वन थिंग इज लेफ्ट, दैट इज रिजोल्यूशन ऑफ अ वेक्टर, कि एक वेक्टर को उसके टुकड़ों में कैसे डिवाइड करना है, उसके कंपोनेंट्स, कंपोनेंट्स का मतलब उसका एक्स और वाई, ओनली बस दिस इज हाउ कैन वी रिजोल्व अ वेक्टर इनटू इट्स कंपोनेंट्स। एक वेक्टर को उसके कंपोनेंट्स में कैसे रिजोल्व किया जा सकता है। इट इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। इन योर टेक्स्ट बुक इट्स गिवन वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड। आपकी पुस्तक में इसको बहुत ही कठिन तरीके से प्रस्तुत किया गया है, बट आई हैव ट्राइड माई बेस्ट। मैंने अपनी तरफ से पूर्ण प्रयास किया है टू गिव यू द सिंपल एक्सप्लेनेशन, एकदम सरल प्रस्तुतिकरण करने का प्रयास किया है मैंने। होप यू विल लाइक इट। आशा है आप इसको स्वीकार करेंगे। इसके बाद हमारा अगला जो लेक्चर होगा वो होगा रिजोल्यूशन ऑफ अ वेक्टर, दैट विल बी रिजोल्यूशन ऑफ अ वेक्टर। ठीक है, इसको आप देख लीजिए, समझ लीजिए, बोर्ड पे है ये।